Good morning, students. We'll be discussing the answers of word meaning and answers of the previous given comprehension. The first word is issued. Issued means flow out from. Here, the meaning in related to this context in this comprehension, the answer is flow out from. And adhered is stick fast, not believe in. Usually, it is believe in, but here the meaning is stick fast. To tear oneself from, to force oneself to leave something, to force oneself to leave someone or something. That is your answer, to tear oneself. Now the first question is what enables the devilfish to grasp its victim so firmly? The answer is here in the first paragraph. You will get your answer. The irregular mass slowly comes towards you. Suddenly it opens its 8 radii issued abruptly from the round faces and with 2 eyes. These radii are alive. Their undulation is like a lemon flames. Then underneath each of antenna are 2 rows of sucker. These small tubes are capable of piercing to the depth of more than an inch. It is with this sucking apparatus that it attacks. The victim is oppressed by vacuum drawing at numberless points. So the answer of this question is a little bit longer. So you have to write all these points, but in a very short form. Okay, in your answer number 1, that irregular mass of a devilfish has 8 radii, and they come from the round face with 2 eyes, and these radii are alive with their undulation like lambent flames. Underneath each of 8 antenna are 2 rows of suckers, and these tubes are capable of piercing to the depth of more than an inch. It is with sucking apparatus this devilfish attacks, and the victim is oppressed by vacuum drawing at a numberless point. So these points should be there, but you should not miss a single point, but they should be in a shorter form. Okay, the next one is what has the creature pinned Gilead down? Okay, so here the answer is, of the 8 arms of the devilfish, 3 adhere to the rock, while 5 encircle Gilead, and in the way clinging to the granite on one side, its human prey on the other side. It changed him to the rock. So you have to tell how Gilead was pinned to the rock by this devilfish. 8 arms of the devilfish and 3 adhere to the rock, while rest of the 5 encircle Gilead, in this way clinging to the granite on one side to its human prey on the other side. It chained him to the rock and he was not able to move. Understood? Now quote the sentence in the passage which suggests the devilfish grips its victim very strongly. So your answer here is this one. It is impossible to tear oneself from the clutches of devilfish. Attempt only results in firmer grasp, and Gilead had once but one resource, his open knife in his left hand. So your answer is still firmer grasp. So it's the term, the sentence which tells us that it is impossible to come out of the grasp of the devilfish is this one. It is impossible to tear oneself from the clutches of the devilfish. The attempt only results in a firmer grasp. Okay. The next one is, which sentence in the passage tells us that Gilead knew the monster was most liable to injury in particular part of the body. So the question is that Gilead knew which part of this devilfish was weak enough at which he could attack and release himself from the clutches of devilfish. Okay, so here the answer is, the creature is formidable, and there is a way of resisting it. In fact, its only vulnerable part is its head, and Gilead was not ignorant of the fact. So even though it may seem how formidable this devilfish is, but Gilead knew the weakness of this giant, and the vulnerable point, the weak point, vulnerable is weak point, was the head of devilfish. With the devilfish and with the devilfish as with the furious bull, there is certain instant in the conflict. It must be it must be seized. It is the instant when the devilfish advances its head. So he's trying to compare the devilfish with the bull. Whenever the bull attacks a man or anyone, so when the bull is moving, at that moment when it is moving towards its prey, at that time you have to decide how to save yourself. So Gilead knew when this devilfish will move forward, when he is going to advance his head towards him, that is the moment he has to seize and kill the devilfish. Understood? So that was your answer. Now fourth one, which moment, according to the author, is to be seized if the victim wishes to escape from the clutches of devilfish? So your answer will be this one, okay? The moment when the devilfish advances its head, the moment is very rapid. The moment is very rapid, and one who loses that moment is doomed. So which moment has to be seized? When the devilfish is advancing its head, when it is moving its head towards its prey or victim. The movement is rapid, and one who loses that moment is doomed, means he'll be killed. So Gilead, when this monster moved towards the Gilead, what he did, the monster loosened from the rock its sixth antenna, and darting it ham seized him by the arm. At the same time, it advanced its head with a quick movement. So that was the moment when it was advancing its head towards Gilead. He has to seize it and he had to kill it, okay, at that moment. The next one is what happened when the struggle ended? Okay, so answer is in the last lines. When the struggle ended, the slimy bands relaxed, the air pump being broken, the vacuum was destroyed, the suckers, deprived of their sustaining power, dropped at once from the man and the rock, and the mass sank to the bottom of the water, and the monster was dead. So last paragraph, these 2-3 lines comprises your last answer, short answer. Now we'll go about the long one, okay? In not more than 60 words, describe the encounter between Gilead and the devilfish from the instant it seized his arm till it sank to the bottom of the water. List the main ideas from the point, okay? So listen students, your answer will be, from the, this one. So your answer will be in these last 3-4 paragraphs. You will start how Gilead was, pinned against the rock, how the 8 arms of the devilfish and 3 were adhered to the rock and the 5 encircled Gilead, and this way he was clinging to the granite on one side. This should be your starting point. And then comes your next point. You have to tell that the creature is formidable, there is a way of resisting it, and the vulnerability is its head, and Gilead was not ignorant about that. And then you have to tell when it was advancing its head towards him, and when it has seized him by the sixth arm, that was the moment he has to seize. And then how he killed. He avoided the antenna at the very instant monster darted towards, and he struck it with knife. There were two convulsive movements in the opposite direction, that of the devilfish and that of the prey. Gilead plunged the blade of his knife into the flat slimy with rapid movement and described a circle around two eyes and wrenched off his head as man would draw a tooth. So, and even how that monster was lying dead. So you need to remember that your answer starts how the Gilead was pinned to the granite, okay, how he was pinned, and which moment he had to seize, and then it is how he killed it and what happened at the end. These four main value points and should be there in your answer, and each value point should have at least 3 or 4 points. I hope you will go through this video link and update your answers, tally your answers, and update it in your fair notebook. Thank you.